I'm Sharon Smith. And in response to many requests, I'm actually going to teach you how to do tapping, some EFT tapping with and for your animals. And Rosie is going to help us today. She's kindly volunteered. I asked her if she wanted to be famous, and she looked right at me and she said, I already am. So, yeah, so many people have asked about this, and I think there's a fair amount of video work out there, but I am an expert at this, and I have used it for a lot of years on animals. And so I'm going to just lend my 2 cents to the process. Now, she's purring right now. I don't know if you can hear her or not. Um, Tapping is easier to do with animals than it is for humans. They don't need you to tap through a whole sequence of points, and it doesn't take nearly as long because they already love and accept themselves. They do. What they need is a little bit of a different reminder with it. And animals also do not carry around the same emotional baggage that we humans tend to accumulate. So it's very easy to move them really quickly through illness, injuries, problems, all kinds of things when you're tapping. Now, physically tapping, you're going to have to really let your animal be your guide here. I'm going to move my camera down just a little bit. There we go. You need to let the animal be in charge of that. Do not tap on an animal who does not want to be tapped on. It's not going to help them. And I have a workaround for that I'll show you here in just a few minutes. But when you've got an animal who clearly is enjoying this, now Rosie suffered from autoimmune issues for a lot of years in her mouth, on her tongue, to the extent that they kind of thought they were looking at malignancy, but it wasn't. And then she developed, when it got really at the height of it, open sores on both of her feet, kind of on the ankles. And we doctored for it and we messed with it. And finally I went, duh, why don't you tap with her? So I did tap on her because she likes it. And this is about what I would do, just like this. And she's just purring. You can see she likes this. If she didn't, she would probably bite me. But I would just tap like this. And I did this maybe once or twice a day, every day, for about 2 weeks. And I would say some important things to her. I would say, even though you have this sore on your foot, you are the perfect cat. Even though you have this sore on your foot, you are the best cat in the whole world. You are the perfect cat. And I didn't tap anywhere except her head. That's the point that she likes. I didn't do this because she wouldn't like that, but she does like this gentle, all of my fingers tapping. So when I've worked with other animals, the crown points and points on the head, that really seems to kind of be the best place to tap for them. You can tap other places on your animal if they seem to like it and if it feels appropriate to you. But in general, I'm going to encourage you to use forehead to the top of the head. And it doesn't matter whether it's dogs, horses. One man wrote in and said, I have a terrible time getting my dog when I'm tapping through the points on his lips. And I thought, oh, yeah, the dog is going to hate that. Blah, don't do that. It's not necessary. And that's it. It isn't necessary. Just this, just on the head. And the things that you say are important. You need to be telling them that they are the very best in the world and that they are perfect just the way they are. And see, are you done? No, not done. So it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. Now, for those of you who are concerned about maybe leaving your animals and you want, to reassure them that you're going to come back, you could say something along the lines of, I want you to be very clear with them. Animals understand a lot more than we think. Even though I'm going to be gone 3 dark nights, I completely love you and you are the best cat in the world. You are the perfect cat. And you don't need to worry because I'm coming back. Now, I don't think they can gauge time the way humans do. But light and dark, they can tell that. So 3 dark nights, they're going to be able to relate to that a little better. And you can just simply verbally tell them that too. I always talk to my animals. They get it. So if you have an animal, this is tapping on them. If you have an animal that does not want you to tap on them, that, you know, bites you, pulls away, scratches you, just doesn't want you, or like outdoor cats. I have feral cat population around, and I don't touch those. I feed them, but they don't want to be petted, and I'm fine with it. One of them is a big tomcat named Buddy, and I'll just use him as a good example because I did tapping for him. He would show up and he would have this eye that was all irritated and sore and infected. And so I would sit, now he would let me get close to him, but I would just sit out there where I could see him and he would watch. And I would just start talking about, even though Buddy has this really infected eye, he is the perfect cat. Even though Buddy's eye is really sore and it looks bad and it's irritated and infected, he is the best cat in the world. He is the perfect cat. And I just would tap through the points and just keep talking. And I'd look at him. And it worked. Usually that eye would look better. I mean, it would look better if he had his eye flare up. It would look better within a couple of hours. If I would see him in the morning and tap, by the time he'd come for dinner, the eye would be all clear. So it works very quickly. And you may also be thinking, oh, animals don't really know if you're doing that. And they absolutely do. I can literally sit inside with the door closed if he's out on my deck and tap for him. And he will walk to my sliding glass doors and find me, look in at me, because he knows, he can tell that I'm doing this. Now, he really enjoys it. He's the only cat I've ever had that hisses at me literally almost every time he sees me. Now, I can get just a few inches away from him and sit there, but he will look right at me and just hiss at me. And I've decided that's his love language, or at least that's what I tell myself. So tapping is very, very useful. If you've got an animal that's under a bed or frightened and won't come out, again, tap on yourself. Even though this dog is so afraid, and use the dog's name. This dog is safe. You're safe. Fluffy is safe. He is the perfect dog. Fluffy is the best dog in the world. It's perfectly safe. And just reassure him that way. And you should get an immediate result. So no matter what animal you're helping with this, I encourage you to use this technique. Use it for everything. Use it on your animals in good health because it's a great way of bonding with them too. They enjoy it. Rosie actually gets to where she really likes it. My other cat, not so much. I have to tap on myself for her. Now, I want you to leave me some comments. If you are using this with animals, if you're someone involved in rescue operations, running a shelter, if you're working with elephants, please leave me a comment about how this worked and how you're using it in your life and with your animals, because I want to hear back from you. Now, I would also encourage you to subscribe to me because I make new videos all the time. Subscribe to me here on YouTube. Then you get a cool thing. Nothing bad happens from this. Every time I make a new video, you're going to get a little notification that says she made a new video, and you can come and have a look. The other place I want you to subscribe is to my website. And when you do that, you just go there and click any of the buttons that say, tell me more or help me with my pain now, whether you have pain or not. And then you get something fun. You get my vlog. I do a video blog. It's a newsletter that goes out every couple weeks, and there's always tapping in it. And it's kind of a way that people get to know me. You will also, in the very near future, get to take advantage of some members-only benefits. So subscribe to my website, and the link is down below too. So use tapping for yourself, use it for your animals, use it often in good health. And I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Bye.